Before I took this class, I knew very little about Croatia. Once we began talking about Croatia's past, the strained relationships between Croats and Serbs caught my eye. I found it odd that people could be friends one day, but then become enemies the next. I thought about how sad and conflicting the situation would be. This thought lingered in my head for days, and then I finally realized why it sounded so familiar to me. I was 14 when September 11 happened. I remember being at school when we received the news about the planes crashing into the towers. Just like everyone else, I found myself lost in the cloud of confusion, anger, and disbelief. I was further perplexed later on that day when my Caucasian Christian neighbors called to check on my family. They wanted to make sure that we were all right and no one had said or done anything to us. I did not understand why my family would be in any type of danger. Then I realized the terrorists were Muslim. And as a Muslim girl who wore a headscarf in public, I was suddenly marked as a terrorist. I went to school the next day terrified of what my classmates and peers might say or do to me. I felt the stares as I got on the bus, and I felt the tension in the room as people made hushed remarks as I walked past. Teachers stopped me all day to ask if my family and I were all right, which only intensified my sense of danger. I suddenly found myself labeled and placed in a negative category. Just like during the Homeland War, there was a division in society, only this was based on religion instead of ethnicity. I was shoved into the spotlight and forced to defend myself and my religion. I talked to people about different perspectives and identified misleading facts in the media about Islam. Even though I was uncomfortable, I was lucky that the actions of a few Muslims did not drastically change my life and that I was not physically hurt. Unfortunately, Croatia did not have that same luck. While I was in Croatia, I witnessed a type of dedication and passion that I had never seen before. Despite all the suffering the war had caused, there were still people who believed in peace and humanity and were trying to salvage and recreate broken bonds and hope. I met with different NGOs, community organizations, and individuals who focused on helping different populations that had been impacted directly or indirectly by the war, such as the youths, elderly, and women and children. While on the individual level their work seemed impossible, on the collective level there were signs of progress. For example, I went to a youth fair that was sponsored by Prani. The fair was aimed at group activities for youth. The purpose of the fair was to help bring the community together and create positive interactions within people in the community. Youths could then sign up to be in different groups. As the groups are created based on interests, people of different ethnicities and backgrounds are able to mingle and take a step in breaking down ethnic walls and divisions. Maya Angelou once said, "If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude." This quote exemplifies the actions of the people of Croatia. They could not change history and erase the war. Therefore, they changed their attitudes and started the healing process. Their positivity and hard work then caused a ripple effect that changed others' attitudes and brought them on board the healing mission. As a future social worker, I want to be part of this positive change and be able to help and guide individuals who are trying to better themselves or advocate for a specific group or community. As I found out the hard way, everyone, despite their personal actions, are born into different societal labels or categories. Depending on the political climate, certain traits or labels may be viewed as positive or negative. Negative labels for an entire group of people is only one type of injustice I have and will continue to fight against. There is strength in numbers, and while the actions of others may impact us, those actions do not define us.